There is $1 billion question regarding Canadian immigration, that should someone go to Canada in these conditions or should not go to Canada. Will they be successful or will they be failed? And when they got opportunity to apply for citizenship, they must apply or not. They must fight for Canadian PR. Canadian PR never mean Canada is giving you in a plate. You have to work hard for 5 years, almost 6 years. If you are student, you must not think before 7 years. So these are conditions and current scenario in which Canada is surviving in a housing crisis, main taxes, inflation, and interest rates especially. Businesses are going down, jobs are going down, and most important, people, Canadian citizens are not satisfied and they are not able to fulfill their requirements. One Canadian citizen was telling into the media in a market that mobile phones are so expensive, I can't afford a mobile phone. So if Canadian citizen is not able to afford mobile phone, what would be with the people who are students? What would be the migrants who are skilled workers and they are fighting for their existence and their final destination is Canadian PR? In current scenario, social media is crying Canada is not good for you. Canadian citizens are recording their clips and their clips are becoming very famous in which they write, I am leaving Canada. These two words are the key words of the YouTube, leave the Canada. Just record one clip, the people start watching. Why? Because that became the trend. The trend only that thing become which originally exists. So therefore, Canadian citizens are not happy from the current scenario. What are the conditions and what are the current scenario? And if anybody has planned to settle in Canada permanently, what he must do, even especially the students who are planning to go to Canada, because 99.9% Canadian students, they had planned to stay permanently in Australia, sorry in Canada, and they had no any type of plan to come back from Canada because they are paying huge fee. And we remember some students sold their property. Some students parents are very poor and they arrange the money in very difficult way, and they arrange the money only because they think that my son will become Canadian citizen, my son will do job in Canada, my son will stay permanently, and some of the parents think that we will be also invited by the son and we will live also with the son in Canada. When the time was good, a lot of people got benefit. Even Asian peoples are much more in Canada. Pakistanis, Indians, Nepal, Bangladesh, African people, even from European countries, people reached Canada because they thought Canada is good for them. But now currently interest rates are so much in these days, and due to which issues are coming in businesses. Jobs cuts are so much, taxes cuts are so much, housing crisis and rates of rents of apartments are just they are reaching up to sky. So what I think, Canada, and now I need to give my verdict because you are just thinking what I say, that in current scenario they must go to Canada or they must not go to Canada, and if they are in Canada they must try for citizenship or they must not try for citizenship. I will say Canada is still good for some people, and Canada is still have capacity to absorb some individuals who exactly suited to that habitat. Of course, taxes cuts are more, but when I will compare the dollar of the Canada with your country like Indians, Asian countries, still Canadian dollars have huge value. You will be only successful when you will earn the money from Canada and you will shift the money to your home country and you will do your own business throughout your life, and you had enough dollars to survive throughout your life and you can survive with your family, with your parents. If you are consuming all dollars in Canada and you did not save anything and you are planning to live permanently in Canada, I think you will remain hand to mouth. You must have 5 to 10 years even after getting Canadian citizen. You became Canadian citizen because Canadian passport will help you. Even Canadian citizen is very difficult now. Canada is becoming a difficult country for the students, for the migrants, and also Canadian government is currently thinking to cut the migrants. I think they are somehow right because in one official news channel they were telling that people, migrants standing in lines to get the jobs. There are job centers and those lines were not being finished. It means there are some severe problem of the jobs, and I think there must be little correction in immigration system. One, Canadian immigration system is so slow. When I talked with some people who applied for immigration, they were telling we are waiting for 1 year or waiting for 1.5 year, and it's astonishable that skilled people, for B pharmacists, MBBS, doctors, specialists, engineers, when they would have been in Canada, the Canada position may be more stronger than current. These very tough point system, very tough delaying of immigration system, invited students from all over the world to Canada, and these students took the place of skilled worker. I'm not against students. Students also are very good assets for Canada, but students after study they want to settle. Some of them are very professional and some of them are not professional because they was not serious in the studies, and they were working because their first obligation. Actually they don't want to become student. These are the consultants. Actually they were more suitable for skilled worker, but consultants, so this is the easiest visa. Consultants gets a commission from the colleges, and these commissions are so much. I myself sent students to Australia. I was astonished how much commission they pay to the consultants. So definitely consultants are watching their commission. So if they are just forcing people to become student, even they are genuine or not genuine. It's happening in developing countries. So now I will finish my conversation in a conclusion. If you are student and you are planning to move to Canada, still Canada is very suitable for you. If you are skilled worker, you are planning to move to Canada, still Canada is still very suitable to you, but only you have to select right profession. Skilled worker I'm talking about, right course. Now this is the Canada in which selective procedure mean Canada will select the individuals who will be successful and who will not be successful. Remember, in earlier years all people who reached Canada were successful. Now only people which Canada will select, they will be successful, and Canada will select only those people who are genuinely required. Therefore your course in study, because work permit related with that, otherwise Canadian province will not entertain you. You will not be required and you need to come back. Similarly, skilled workers, which professions are required in Canada. Keep watching for further updates. World Immigration News by Irfan. Thank you very much.